Caving, the sport involving the exploration of deep caves that range of physical challenges to observe the natural world of the underground. It is a specialised activity that can often require specific equipment, training, and overall a good understanding of the risk involved. This is me, someone who's an average fitness lover and has never tried caving at all. So considering the non-existent experience with caving that I had, it made me question, what would it be like for a guy like me to try out the activity, even if it was going to be extremely risky? I'm here on the tropical island of Siargao, a place known to be the surf capital of the Philippines. However, besides from the surfing, I'd come across a completely other type of experience. Away from the popular surf spot of Cloud9 in the south of the island is the marvellous Sumyot Cave located in the north. Upon arrival of the entrance, there wasn't much to go off, considering there was no one around, and it didn't really give me much hope in what I was about to sign up for. But soon after, I was greeted and given a hard hat with a big torch and what seemed to be gardening gloves, and I soon found myself following a Filipino man on my own into the jungle. There was a massive language barrier, so I just had to trust that he was actually taking me to the cave. But as we got deeper into the jungle, and as the path started to get more uneven, we had arrived at the entrance to the cave.
Whoa. That's dark. Thank you. Why am I doing this inside us?
Nevertheless, we made our way in, and instantly I understood that this clearly wasn't going to be a place to simply look at a cave. The place had only recently opened at the time of this recording, so luckily they had this rope as support at the start, because already I was having to use both hands to navigate the muddy rocks.
It's pitch black in here. Okay.
Already from just being sat down here a couple minutes, the natural light had completely gone. The temperature was a lot cooler, and all you could hear was the drops of water falling from the cave ceiling.
Wow. Beautiful.
But just as I started to take in the scenery of the crystal-like rock formations all around me, I soon realised something.
Just when I thought it was a dead end, it's not. Wow. Small hole, very small. Yeah, that is a very small hole.
From what clearly looked like a dead end, the guide started making his way through a hole. And it was at this moment where I regretted doing this in sliders, as I had no grip whatsoever on the wet rock surfaces.
Trying to get through this hole. Oh.
And to no surprise, this was only just the beginning of what was to come.
What? Oh my. Why did I do this?
Other than having to cross complete openings in the cave, with nothing but a drop with water beneath, I was now navigating the cave flat on my stomach just to try fit through the tight gaps in the rock.
This is insane. This is insane.
And just to top it off, as we got deeper into the cave, my parkour skills were getting put more and more to the test, as the surface we were walking on wasn't exactly the most flat.
Don't have to do this in sliders. Up. Go up. Okay. Climbing up now. Oh my god. You're casually doing it in trousers. Okay, what? This is like a vertical climb. Okay.
At this point, due to the lack of grip of the slippiness of the wet rocks, I had to give the camera to the guide, as I had to rely on all of my upper body strength to pull myself up.
What is that? What is it? Is it the rock? The name?
It's stalagmite.
Oh yeah. Like crystal? A bit.
Yeah, I just didn't understand. So due to my lack of understanding of the Filipino language, I had no idea what the large rocks were hanging down over me, and also what I was crawling over. However, regardless of what the rock was, the only thing that I cared about is that none of it collapsed on us.
Wow. Very cool.
But as soon as we got a bit further into the cave, I heard a new noise.
What?
As we had now reached the bottom of the cave, we had come across a lake.
Getting in the water. Oh yeah, it's cold. It's cold, but it's nice. Wow, it's the first swimming in a cave. This is some fresh water.
From what had been a battle to get down into the cave, it soon hit me with what I was actually doing. Swimming in an extremely fresh lake, underground in a cave at an unknown depth, in the middle of absolutely nowhere on a remote island, on the complete other side of the world, alone with a Filipino tour guide I met the same day.
I feel like the air is a bit thinner in here. And for someone who's got asthma, it's not great. But I'm glad I've done it. Now it's time to get out.
After we'd been at this depth for a bit, I could start to feel the difference in the air quality, as my lungs seemed tighter than before.
It's very quiet, no noise down here. Very quiet.
But as much as I tried to stay calm, mentally I was ready to get back to the surface. As we navigated back through the minefields of rocks, from the amount of time we'd spent down here, the energy levels were starting to drop.
Requires a lot of strength.
And after we climbed back down the steep rock formations, crossed over the openings again with drops where you can't see the bottom, and yet again crawling through the tight spaces, it wasn't getting tougher for just me. While attempting to record and still hold on to the rock with the same hand, I was forced to drag the entire weight of my body through the cracks. But by switching turns with the camera with the guide, we managed to get back to the last section of the cave.
Bat? Is there lots of bats? Oh wow. No. Oh, it's a bird.
At this point, I was breathing at my heaviest, not just due to the exhaustion, but also due to my body's constant response to the thought of being trapped under mounds of earth within the cave. But once we had discovered the rope yet again, we soon made it back to the surface. Made it out alive. Thank you. Thank you. The level of adrenaline coursing through my body left me short for words. Soon after coming out of the cave, I found out the rocks covering the ceiling is known as stalactites, formed primarily from calcium carbonate, deposited by dripping water saturated with dissolved minerals. Over long periods, these deposits build up and form the pointed rock. However, under certain conditions, such as just by touching them, they can easily fall down, making them extremely hazardous, especially when they weigh hundreds of kilos. However, not only is it risky from rock falls, the low amount of oxygen in the air, the exhaustion from the physical activity, the sharp increase in loss of body heat, and the chance of getting lost in the pitch black, but one of the biggest risks when it comes to caving is flooding, especially during the rainy season in Siargao, which at the time of this recording, it was just coming out of it. The levels of rainfall here can be extremely high, meaning that in tropical regions like the Philippines, sudden rain can cause water levels to rise rapidly, resulting in trapping or drowning explorers. And because of this, some caves can flood completely within minutes. So as I walked back through the jungle, there was only one thing on my mind. I had never been happier to see something other than the complete darkness and hear the sound of nature from hearing almost nothing for hours on end. And considering the afternoon that I'd had, caving on a remote island in the Philippines as a complete beginner, for equipment hire, a private tour, and the occasional help as a cameraman, it didn't hurt to pay 400 peso.
Tip.
Tip.
100 peso. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
Thank
that's
you
fine.
very much,
That's it. What's your name?
Freddy.
Freddie. Nice to meet you, Freddie. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Have a good day. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye. That was insane. One of my biggest fears unlocked. So yeah, if you come to the Philippines and you come to Siargao, then do this. That'll definitely make you appreciate the light.